Our bad, y'all. We back.
We're back. Sorry, we had to upload a whole new live. So if y'all watching this one, go watch the last one. Y'all, we tweaked. We gotta, we was on live for a minute.
We're gonna get it together, y'all. We're gonna do better.
We thought we was muted, so we started a whole new live just to find out we weren't muted.
We're gonna do better, guys. I promise.
Yeah.
We're just trying to get used to this everything. So we're gonna.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's not. We just gotta.
We just have to get used to it. I don't think it's hard.
It's not hard.
So
I ain't gonna lie.
We're gonna get into some touchy subjects. So trigger warning. Okay.
Yes, guys. So, guys, check this out. This headline is from the Daily Mail, taken by a monster. Guys, this is so horrible. This FedEx driver abducted this little girl from her house. They found her body, if you know what that means. They found her body 9 miles away from her house. It is speculated that she was unalived within the first hour of being taken. It's just so hard to report stuff like this.
Did she go outside by herself or what?
I'm not sure. That part hasn't developed, so I don't want to speculate about it. He could have seen her delivering a package and come back or whatever. But, not trying to sound funny, certain neighborhoods do be leaving their doors unlocked and stuff like that. So she could have opened the door for him. She could have went outside. He could have came in. He could have saw her a different day. We don't know. But I'm so happy that they found out who it was super fast and that he's arrested. But I'm so sorry that beautiful little girl had to lose her life.
Yeah, my bad. That is sad and terrible. People are weird and disgusting. What a weirdo.
Oh, it says who was snatched from driveway. And we got to read this out. My princess was taken by a monster. Texas mother, heartbreaking tribute to daughter 7, who was snatched from delivery and unalive by a FedEx driver.
Right, but I'm saying we'll just have to see what develops, what happens.
But it says from the driveway.
Right,
so I don't know if she was playing outside.
Yeah, that's what my thing is. That's what I'm just trying to wonder. But this is sad, and we have to really keep an eye and a grip on our kids. And I don't trust nobody.
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck who you are.
Mm-hmm.
When people try to this one time, I guess the next door neighbors was getting some work done on their house, getting a new satellite or something.
Mm-hmm.
And the cable dude knocked on the door, and I'm like, I talked to him on the doorbell speaker. How can I help you? I'm not opening the door. I didn't order no cable service. I don't know you. What are you coming over here for? Oh, I need you to. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't trust anybody.
That's how you're gonna be.
Ding dong, how can I help you? I didn't order cable service today. I'm sorry. Those people who come around trying to do stuff to your roof and shit. If y'all got a Ring doorbell, just talk to people through the speaker and just try to be safe. This is very sad. I don't know what I would do. I would lose my mind.
Yeah, and I think that there is a special place in, not special as in good special, but special as in horrible. Your soul will forever feel tortured if you hurt an innocent child. And that's on everything.
Yeah.
So prayers to her family. And again, I'm glad that this monster was taken off the streets and found immediately.
Yeah, same. This is so sad.
It sounded like he did something dumb and took her in his FedEx truck or something, because they found him pretty fast for what it seemed like.
Right, because why are they saying FedEx driver? I assumed it was in his truck.
But yeah, sometimes people just be like, if he originally saw them because he was their FedEx driver, they may refer to him as the FedEx driver.
Oh, yeah. Oh, right. He could have been a creepy stalker dude or something.
That's what I said at the beginning, Shanks. You must have not been listening.
I was listening, he could have saw her. Yeah. But when you said that, I thought you meant that moment. He could have been watching her. Yeah.
And then came back. But we'll get y'all updated with the if any new details come out.
Yes, because oh my God, Jesus Christ, pray over your children. Whatever y'all do, okay? Keep them uplifted, okay? Stop it. Stop talking. Okay. So families, I don't know if you guys heard about the 3 people who died in Mexico from the carbon monoxide.
This is an important story that we got to talk about because this is for people who travel. There are a lot of new travelers who just want to go to Mexico, just want to go to Jamaica and stuff like that, and they go on an Airbnb. Now, that's fine with you. I don't really know if I don't know. I'm not saying I wouldn't go on an Airbnb because some of them be like complex life, like where they got security and front desk and stuff like that. But yeah. Look up the laws.
I would just want to make sure that I'm on the resort, whether I'm in an Airbnb or not. As long as I'm on the resort, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
But so these people went to, I believe it was Cabo, and they were in an Airbnb, and they died from carbon monoxide poisoning. And I have not seen.
They passed away.
I'm sorry, they were under. What? Bitch. Okay. What was I saying? Not enough people are talking about this story.
Aww.
Yeah, that was them. Enough people aren't talking about this story. Enough people aren't, bringing awareness to it. So we just wanted to mention it because this, happened a minute ago. It's not super brand new, but it is, newer. So damn, it's like making me think about shit I would have never thought about. Take a carbon monoxide
like that's
detector.
what I said. I would have never. So it's like there's really nothing they can do. You can't smell it. You don't think when you're traveling, oh, I need to bring a carbon monoxide detector.
Right.
Like, that's crazy. Wait, you want to just play the video?
Do we?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on.
I don't know if they flag or not. We'll press pause in between. And commentate.
Carbon monoxide poisoning while vacationing in Mexico City. Matt Rivers is there with the details. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning, George. Just over my shoulder behind me, you can see the building where 3 American friends came here to Mexico City hoping to spend a fun weekend. Instead,
he went to Mexico? Okay.
And they lost their lives inside an apartment there. Their families now asking, how could that have happened?
Exactly. Why don't y'all have y'all shit up to date? Y'all don't have carbon monoxide detectors? Like, I know people be saying,
and then we don't know the laws in Mexico if they're even going to be reprimanded or held accountable for not even just having the carbon monoxide leak to see if that was avoidable, but also the detection of it.
This morning, the family...
Right? Because the fuck is you leaking carbon monoxide for?
4 tourists killed.
That's a big building. I wonder if anybody else was hurt.
Mexico City vacation rentals demanding answers.
Oh, they didn't vacation together.
Authorities say Americans Candace Florence, Jordan Marshall, and Cortez
they were together.
All found dead in their Airbnb rent.
Look at them.
So they weren't even all together.
No, these 3 were.
But
Candace,
the last
it's
person.
one more person.
Wasn't with them. Okay.
So Candace Florence, Jordan Marshall, and Cortez Hall.
Oh,
and I know that
so sad.
2 of them were teachers, I believe, and one of them is a business owner.
Rental on October.
Having great lives, great careers and things like that.
Just saved up to go to. Oh my gosh, this world is. Oh my gosh,
man.
The 30th. Florence's family telling ABC News they were in town to join Day of the Dead celebrations.
Oh, they wanted to do that culture thing.
In the presence of other people and just feeling how they live.
They say the 28-year-old spoke to her boyfriend.
Oh, she was only 28.
Look at how pretty she is. Not saying that matters, but
I was vomiting and dizzy, and my legs are wobbly.
Authorities say they arrived.
Yeah, so
they was going through, like, she was going through the carbon monoxide poison, not knowing what was, and then it's like you don't know what to do when you just suddenly get sick. You don't smell nothing. You would go lay down and think you got food poisoning. You would lay down. Oh my gosh, there's like really nothing that they could have done differently.
She called her boyfriend and was telling him how she felt, and then she, was unalive. That shit is crazy.
Arrived at the scene to find the bodies of the 3 friends, all dead from carbon monoxide poisoning. Airbnb suspending the listing and canceling upcoming reservations, telling ABC News, quote, "Our priority now is to provide support to those affected while the authorities investigate what happened, and we are available to cooperate with the investigation in any way we can." But that same weekend, just a few miles away, another death from carbon monoxide.
Dang, not the same building?
Hold on, because I think they said she was 21.
With the investigation in any way we can. But that same weekend, just a few miles away, another death from carbon monoxide. 29-year-old Angelica
29.
Arce was staying in a non-Airbnb vacation rental with her siblings, Andrea and Marco, when they started to feel sick.
Oh, so they lived.
I felt really dizzy.
Andrea and Marco telling our San Diego affiliate KGTV that
I don't think
Angelica
she
was
did.
treated for heat exhaustion at the hospital and went back to the rental to sleep. But a few hours later, Marco found her lifeless.
I looked at her hair and she was all purple. I was very scared.
These deaths,
That's
just
so
the latest
sad.
in a disturbing trend among vacationers. In May, 3 U.S. tourists were killed by carbon monoxide poisoning at a sandals resort in the Bahamas.
At
Oh
a
my
resort.
Mandate that
Oh,
the properties
hell
have
no.
functioning carbon monoxide detectors. The victims' families now calling for
Oh
more
my
regulation.
God.
We will fight to make sure that mandates
So
are
sad.
implemented so no other family has to deal with this type of brokenness.
Oh
and
my
heartache.
gosh. They
And you
had
have to
everything
wonder how
ahead
a
of
simple
them.
detector like this, which I actually bought not far from here, I actually take it with me on some of my personal and professional trips to try and stay safe.
Hell yeah.
How is something like this not mandatory here in Mexico City? That is the question.
Oh, so it's not mandatory. So that will explain why it keep fucking happening.
That
How could
is
it not even happen like he
crazy.
said? And first of all, I just don't see how a country that runs off of any gas or anything that could cause carbon monoxide leaks are not mandatory to have carbon monoxide detectors. That just seems like a no-brainer. But especially where places a lot of different people are staying, it's not mandatory because there's nobody there to keep maintenance on the building and to check up on stuff. So if a whole bunch of people is in and out housing, not required to have the proper detections for security measures like fires, carbon monoxide,
And if you're
girl.
listening to my voice, if you are traveling,
And that's what I'm saying. Like he said, he
Shit,
brings
even
it
in-
with him when he travels. That's a traveler's thing.
even
But a
in
lot
the
of
US,
people are
even
just
in the
now getting
US.
into traveling. They don't be knowing stuff like that.
But that's
And
what
like
I'm
they don't
saying,
even be
like-
knowing the signs of it. Like if you like okay, but like you are on vacation, so they could have been drinking, they could have been not, they could have thought they had food poisoning. It's so
could've
common
just
to
thought you
get
was sick, maybe
food
thought you was
poisoning,
dehydrated,
and you in another place. Like why would you go lay down anywhere else but the place that you paid to? Oh my gosh.
So just even make sure your ones that your housework. Make sure that
Let's
if
just,
you're traveling anywhere, even within the US, I would take a carbon monoxide detector. My heart goes out to all these families who lost their loved ones because they went on vacation and there was no working carbon monoxide detector. Like this shit is fucking crazy. And they need to get that shit together because what's gonna happen is the tourists where they make their money from is not gonna be fucking going there. Shit.
It's just really sad that this happened to them, and my prayers go out to their family. I can't even imagine that pain. Those people were just trying to have a little nice vacation from reality, and my heart goes out to them.
This is very sad, but we just wanted to bring awareness to the situation.
Yeah, to help anybody who's traveling, who don't, and it's stuff that I didn't think of. So like, it's nothing they could have really done about it. It's something that go over a lot of people head. Regulations, and not even just regulations, just stuff. Even if it is regulated, there are so many people who's never owned anything, who's never had tenants that are coming up on some money and investing in properties and things like that, and so they may not even think
about a carbon monoxide detector,
equip themselves with all that stuff. So it's like, I wouldn't think to just bring stuff like that, to just not leave my fate in other people's hands. But like he said, he went up the street and bought one down there. So it's like, if they are available.
You're right. Why aren't they mandatory? I don't, like you said.
But like, even if they are mandatory, now I'm not going to trust anybody to automatically have theirs work and automatically have checked on theirs. They could have been renting this Cabo apartment from New York and haven't checked on it since they bought it.
Yeah.
Have a maintenance man come and clean up. Somebody come and check the property to see if it's, up to par.
Hey,
and
Lala.
That's
Look,
it.
She came back. Look.
Yeah.
Because we was wilding on
we was speaking Lala. Sorry, our bad. But yeah, these people.
She said the story about the child was so sad. Right?
It was so sad.
I can't think
But-
about stuff like that. Like that's why I get awkward the way I get, because I have children. So when I hear stuff happen about like children, I'm just like, I don't even know what to say, because
yeah,
it start making you think stuff that you don't want to think. So
it's crazy.
yeah, and stuff like this too. It's like this. She said, and the stepmom says to me, "Yes, girl. Look, we all moms, okay?"
She said the stepmom is sus.
Oh, the stepmom is sus. Oh, you talking about
for the little girl.
Oh,
You know what?
yeah.
I'm gonna do more research on that tonight, Lala, so we could discuss it more. Cause I saw it on the Daily Mail earlier, and I just thought we should talk about it because I'm not trying to judge other parents. I'm not judging them. He could have taken them, and they was just right away. But I don't like. Unfortunately, in this day and age, I wish we could trust people. I don't like sending my kids outside in an no privacy fence, and I can't see them. I gotta be able to see you, or I gotta be out there with you.
That's why I was asking, was she by her? Like that's
But
why
I don't know,
pulling up
because
those
it's like they
questions.
could have been in the garage and she could have been in the driveway. So I'm not even trying to condemn them, but I want to be more educated because I do want to talk about that more and see what's going on. How did this happen?
Yeah, and for this here, this stuff really triggers me, because it's like I know a lot of people who travel, and we just went to New Orleans, even though that's in the U.S.
And the Airbnb,
right? Anything could
and
happen.
anything
Our door
been
wasn't
like
locked
that.
and
Is
shit.
so,
Like,
girl, yeah, I'm gonna check my detector. Shoot,
y'all gotta be safe when y'all traveling. Make sure all the doors are lockable, all the windows are locked. If you got windows that open where you go, like there's just a lot of things, unfortunately, that we have to think about nowadays when we do stuff. We can't just be like, oh, I'm out on vacation. We have to be checking. Like when we went to our Airbnb, we checked everything. Make sure the door is locked. Make sure, from the inside and outside, all that stuff. We pushed
bring
the table.
your own sheets, bring your own pillowcases, bring your own disinfectant spray, because which could just be tidying up and making it look neat.
Be careful in places that don't have that little metal
Yeah. Oh,
thing.
yeah, that problem that we had in the Airbnb. So we didn't talk about it. When we went to the Airbnb in New Orleans, our patio door wouldn't lock.
And not only that, because we ended up fixing that. I'm talking about the main door to the hallway. You know how like at hotels you could put that little silver latch over so that
they didn't have that silver latch, so it's like we wasn't comfortable with if you could crack the code, or if you could make the code falter in any way, you could open our door. We blocked off the door with the table stuff. Every night we slept. I know if people looked at us, it would have looked crazy. It was 4 girls. We did not care. We was not about to sleep in there with no thing on the front. And then on the back patio door, it was malfunctioning. So you would think that you lock it, but if you didn't check it, 8 times out of 10, you didn't lock it. It took us so many times to lock it back, and we called maintenance. They didn't even come till later the next day, because we was like, we don't want to sleep at night with our patio, because the way the patios was separated by a bush. Like you could literally walk over the bush and be on the next door neighbor's patio. So we was like, no, we don't. No.
So that night we slept with a chair up under the door handle.
Yeah, I mean, we got it locked, but we wouldn't go outside again, which was so annoying because
we wanted to be on the patio. We paid extra to have.
I want to smoke, and I don't like disobeying people rules for they properly like not smoking on this side. But it's like that is crazy.
So just make sure that y'all are taking care of, and being aware of your surroundings and stuff when you're traveling, even within the U.S. Lala says she read that the stepmom and child were fighting or arguing before it happened, allegedly. I don't know. We're going to have to, like Sabrina said, we're going to look into that, because what the hell is going on? And then she said, yeah, we have to be careful in the moment and enjoy the moment. Right. It's like it was almost unenjoyable, because we was literally
there was so many moments from our trip that was made unenjoyable because of things like the thing was the Airbnb overall was nice. It was quiet. It was clean. It was spacious. But it was moments like those that made it unenjoyable, like not having a lock on the door. And it's like a big building. It's like a condo building. So it's like there's a bunch of people in here we don't know. Even apartments, not even just hotels, even apartments be having that on their doors.
And I don't know about y'all, but I clear a place anytime I leave and come back. So let's say like we go out to lunch. I'm low key looking around every room under the bed and shit, making sure no surprises jumping out at my ass, whether the door's locked or not. Because like Sabrina said, it was a code. And even if it's like a key thing, the people who own that building could have access to it. I don't put nothing past nobody, especially when it comes to, things where people take you sell them into things, you know what I'm talking about? So clear the room. I'm not trying to be funny. Clear the area that you're staying in. Don't come settle in and then somebody jump out on you like on Taken or whatever. I don't know when they got up in there, but you know what I'm talking about. It sucks, y'all. But shit, you gotta be careful.
on guard.
Got to be more careful. But my heart goes out to their
Those
families,
people,
and
their families.
It's so sad.
Yeah.
But let's get into some other things, some lighter things, but not that much lighter.
Squeezing the crap out of that baby's cheeks.
Right? What is going on?
So, yeah, I was about to say, this ain't much lighter, but I mean, I guess it's not terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, Ashanti says a producer asked for showers in exchange for 2 records. So they basically said, look, at first, when they made the records together, it just seemed like, oh, we cool, blah, blah, blah. We gonna work together. Well, not really for free, but they both gonna get their residuals from the records and do their thing.
Right, no upfront cost.
Yeah, but then when it was time for her to get the records, it was like, why don't you come in the shower with me and blah, blah, blah. Otherwise, it's going to be $40,000 for each record. So that's $80,000. And she said at first she thought they was playing until she realized they wasn't playing. She also revealed that she may reveal who this producer was in her memoir. So my question to you all is, do you all feel like, hey, if this is a known producer, like if she say their name, like we're going to know them, like, because not every producer has the face of,
right, not everybody knows
famous thing. And 2, I had saw somebody else bring up a good point too, which I kind of felt too. I thought was weird when she said she may reveal who they are in the memoir. And at first I was like, okay, maybe she's deciding whether or not she wants to do that fight. But then it's like, you're making people anticipate your memoir. So it's like, is this kind of like promotion for your memoir? I mean, like, what if this producer does this to every artist they work with? They need to kind of be stopped. I mean, if you're willing to speak out, then why not just do it now? Right. Why wait till you profit off of it?
Real quick, Lala said that we see about 21 Savage. We talked about that either in the live from the day before yesterday.
You talking about, with 21 Savage and Nas and then Lotto, the whole situation.
That was the day before yesterday, right?
That was, I believe it was the day before yesterday. Was they in background picture? They should be in the background picture. Or no, they wasn't.
I think Shanquella was, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, our most recent one with Shanquella as the cover is the live we speak about that stuff.
And she said I couldn't be in the industry because of all the women, the things that women go through. I agree. I feel like,
and yes, it's a culture.
I feel like I need this in writing. I need a contract before we start, because nowadays people be playing too much and they word don't mean shit. So if you're going to sit here and tell me that I can get these records, I'm going to spend my time, because imagine how much time she took out of her day. She could have went and worked with somebody else who didn't say they was going to do it for free. You know what I'm saying?
But he wasn't going to charge $80,000 either.
Exactly. So I would have had to have this in writing. You can't hold my stuff. That is wild. That's crazy. Another thing is, and I'm not saying this for everybody, but it might be in some people's best interest to also learn how to produce their own beats.
Eminem does it sometimes.
Yeah,
that's be in hands-on with her beats.
That's
a lot of artists do get more hands-on, and that's something like a more so veteran have learned how to do. They just see the value in being able to produce a record that they want to without having to go through other extra channels to do so.
And then people can't hold your stuff hostage. I think this is very disgusting. I understand what people are saying about, why don't you just say who it is? But I feel like the message is being lost. This bad thing happen to her. I don't give a fuck. Go ahead and I would profit off of it too, nigga. You ain't gonna let me profit off of my songs. I'm gonna profit off of
like
this.
if he's doing this to other women, it will be more beneficial to speak up now so that this type of monster doesn't get to keep prospering in the
industry.
And
I definitely feel that.
But like
part.
you said,
I just don't want
it is a double-edged sword.
Yeah, I just don't want what she's saying to get lost in the fact that you know, she hasn't said his name yet. I also feel like she possibly didn't say his name because she don't want to get blackballed. A lot of
but
times,
that's why I said if you're willing to say his name, if you're saying that you may say it.
Oh, like eventually.
Yeah, if you know you're willing to say it and you're only holding out because of
that. Yeah. Then that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, put the puzzle together. Yeah, like quit playing games, girl. But at the same time, it's like if you're not gonna say it, kind of like what Lotto did. You know, who tried to drop their nuts on you? I still don't know. Okay. So it's just like, I don't know. Like you said, I feel like if you're going to talk about something like that, you should be willing to help other women so that it don't happen, because it is a disgusting thing that's going on. But at the same
double-edged
time,
sword too.
Yeah.
I mean, devil's advocate, that's what I meant to say, is the industry be knowing stuff before people do. So maybe the proper people who could get manipulated are made aware. Who knows?
And Ashanti is gorgeous. I was like, damn it. Okay. What's going on? Aging backwards.
I might try her too.
Right? Aging night. You is terrible. Aging backwards. And I hope that, I hope she can remaster all her songs so that she could own her music. And that people will support that. I hope that she can get, her career back popping like how it used to be. I really don't see how somebody like Ashanti kind of like, fell in the back burner when it comes to her career. She's one of those people who is a legend, in my opinion, and who should still be able to have some good hits. So I hope that
I don't think she needs to get her. Music. She does make music. That's wrong. I was gonna stop you, but I was chewing.
Oh shit.
She.
Well, hope she gets more recognition.
She's touring, doing shows. She's been doing her thing.
Oh, girl, okay.
She's re-recording her songs.
What I mean when I say that is I wish that there was no big pause.
No, I get that, but that was inevitable because of But I feel like when it comes to that stuff, she spoke on what happened. Irv was trying to come against her career. Sorry, y'all, we had an interruption. But what I was saying was I feel like with the Irv Gotti situation, with him trying to block her from working with all those people, and with Murder Inc. and the investigations, it was at a pivotal time in her career. But you know what? I feel like she did survive it. She has a lot of hits under her belt, whether she got credit for singing them or not. And I don't think that she has to go back to like her prime like numbers. Being successful, it has different stages, but it doesn't make you less successful because it's not the same as a previous stage or a future stage. I actually had to tell myself that today, not to get too preachy about it, but there are a lot of times in the year where I'm like, oh my gosh, I just want to be at this point in my life already. But then, and I'd be like sometimes getting down, but then I'd be like, look at where I was last year, nowhere near this point. And so all that needs to be happening is that you moving forward every day. So, yeah, and I agree. I think she probably don't want to get blackballed, but who knows the reasons why she want to wait. I think that it's good that she brought it up, but personally, I just don't really care for when people bring it up if they're not going to say anything. But I don't think, like when Shani said, it was like Lotto, I don't compare it too much to that because Lotto just straight up said one of the male features. That narrowed it down a lot. We don't know all of the producers. So there's nobody to be like, oh, this producer. I mean, you could go look up all her songs, but that's a lot of songs that have different producers on. It doesn't really narrow it down. So it's not as irritating as that situation, because in that situation, it was more irritating because like it's only two or three guys, I can't remember, for Lotto's album. So it's like these guys are going to live with the speculation. You're just going to let them live with the speculation and people saying, oh, you were the one, and demonizing them. So at least she didn't do that. So yeah. What was the last thing we had to talk about? So we have one more topic for y'all. We about to pull it up, and she's back.
So the last thing that we were going to talk about real quick, y'all, is Cardi B, okay? Because Cardi B did a show, okay, at this nightclub. It's like supposedly a really good nightclub, okay? Which is interesting to me because, you know, I would think she would be doing arenas and things like that, but, you know, that's just what I would think for her being like, you know, one of the biggest female rappers out there, you know what I'm saying? But you know, let's see what she got going on. Let's just show y'all a few clips and see what y'all think about her performance and teens. Ready and listen. She was wearing a naked outfit, and Glorilla had came out. And that's Offset right there, being petty.
Why you say that?
Because look at him. Look at how he looking, y'all. Was he even looking at her? Like, let me look at it again. He is so bogus. Like, you are getting broken up with that now. You sleeping on the couch or something because don't play with me.
I feel that way. But he could have also been over being out.
At least look at me. But I mean, still, it's just for appearances because you know everybody gonna see that. And be
but it's like, how much could he care about appearances with?
Yeah, I thought that too. But at the same time, it's like,
but I feel the same way as you, but I also feel both ways.
Well, no, because then stay home.
But it's contractual because he also was booked to be.
Yeah. Well, then, I mean, my thing is, I don't know. I just feel like it was a bit bogus. I feel like he could have other things on his mind, but at the same time, like that's gonna make her look really bad. And she already got a lot of heat on her because allegedly, apparently, she did, not the best job. And then,
well, actually, the heat that she got on her mostly came from her body. It had her trending on Twitter.
Yeah, well, I was just gonna get to that.
People were talking about it.
Cause look at this, y'all. No, not this. No, what are you doing? Right here. No, how do I make it? There we go. We're just gonna look at it. I saw
people were calling her a diaper booty. People was taking also another video I think she posted. We don't have it on our page, but it was like of her walking in her kitchen or something. Yeah. And it was like back and forth, and they was like, oh, her legs don't match because she was wearing shorts so you could see it more, and they just was like looking like her booty was sitting on top of her legs, and just like Twitter was I guess you want to use body shaming her, saying that her body don't look like it got done right, her butt's too big for her legs and all that stuff.
Lola says she in here washing dishes. I feel you, girl. That's what when I'm in the house cleaning up, I be listening to the lives.
I'll be so pissed when everybody I listen to now. What the fuck y'all doing?
Right,
Get up.
Damn it. I didn't listen to everybody.
I listen to everybody. I didn't listen to Kid Ray. I didn't listen to City Black. I didn't listen to Milagro. I didn't listen to all y'all bitches.
August with the shade. Right.
Girl,
I
I
listened to
feel
Milagro for 4 whole hours.
and that still
at
be
the-
pissed
at
when
the
she get
end,
out. I'm
she
like,
was
I'm not
like-
that cleaning.
Girl, she was like, it's been 4 hours. I said, wait, where you going?
Where you going?
Where you
I'm
going?
not done cleaning.
Right, Kendall Ray. her
I'm
shit
switching out my winter and my summer shit. Please continue.
Right, Kendall Ray videos be like 45 minutes. I'm like, Kendall, stop playing with me.
Stop playing. Oh no, that's not that bad. Sydney Black be like doing 19, 20-minute videos.
Oh my God. Why
I
do
be
people
like,
do stuff like that?
girl, what you doing? But
Right.
anyway,
And she said only 1 meal. That's low pay. Girl.
yeah, I just feel like when it comes to the this stuff, this is the body that Cardi B and her surgeon said that she wanted. So if she's happy, I mean,
it looks crazy.
she said on the Breakfast Club, which we're gonna get to soon, that she went to the DR to do her body, and you know, it's her prerogative. A lot of moms feel some sort of way after having a baby, but I do feel like, even though I'm not with surgery shaming, I feel like if it's for your body, yourself, you want to do it. I do think people need to check themselves if they are insecure, because you don't want to make a permanent decision about your body if you're an insecure person. The way I say this, because it's like, is it a bodily problem, or is it just a problem that's always going to be a problem in your face? Because if it's a problem with you and it's always going to be in your face, you always going to keep trying to fix it. And you do not need to go under the knife so many times.
Because my thing is, she didn't have to add to her butt. She could have just like.
Where are you going to?
This real quick. You already knew, bitch.
Why'd you have to bring that up?
Since we're
Talking about
it,
bodies.
because we not gonna play.
They was talking
today.
about Hazel E the other day, and this is what I'm talking about. The same thing with Hazel E and Cardi B. It's just like, oh, but Hazel E, and I'm not
Y'all
even
look
trying
at
to shame
this.
nobody, but
I know you washing your dishes, but look at this real quick, girl, because what the fuck?
you gotta mute this. We're gonna get it.
My bad.
Yeah,
Sorry.
we're just gonna have to look at it.
Oh my God, y'all look at
Now
look
talk
at,
about sitting on your legs.
pause. All right, because I want y'all to see the stomach too. Now, you see here, okay? That's all the stomach. I know that you got rid of that shit when you got this shit done.
But you know what a lot of people don't know when they run to get surgery?
You still got to work out.
Not even just that, is that
What?
you can, I don't want to say bloat, but your body can react to the trauma of surgery differently. And sometimes people midsection harden in almost like a permanently bloated way.
Mm-hmm.
When I saw that on a girl, I used to work at this studio, y'all, where we didn't do plastic surgery, but like we did like the laser lights for
That's
us.
Hazel E. Lala. Sorry.
Yeah, that's Hazel E.
From Love and
But
Hip
they
Hop.
do the lights for the cavitation for like getting rid of cellulite and making your waist smaller by using like laser and stuff, like, and wood therapy. I used to work there, so people who got surgery would come in and get their body maintained or sculpted or whatever, massage. It helped with their surgery's results. And I saw a lot of women come in with tummy tucks, especially Black women, that we don't talk about this stuff. And I don't have cosmetic surgery at the moment, but I feel like it's still important to talk about. If you think about it, I'm thinking about getting my boobs done. We scar very easily. I saw a lot of Black women who got a tummy tuck but has a very thick keloid like scar, almost keloiding, not all the way. Some of their scars will bulge out, some would just grow, the line will be fat instead of thin. And so you got to worry about trading one insecurity for another. If you don't got money to get rid of it keloiding and getting rid of the scar itself, you got to then remember, okay, you still can't wear low rise and stuff, even though you got a smaller stomach now, because you got that scar going across your body.
Unless you can afford to laser remove it. And
then another common thing that I didn't know was common was women's stomachs will be hard. And that's what I learned about. I don't know what it's called. I forgot what it's called. But sometimes I did learn that some people body react to surgery differently. Nothing could have went wrong. The doctor could have did everything right, but your body was just cut open and all this stuff. So when you patch back up, your stomach like hardens. And it's almost like permanently bloated. I was like so scared that this woman's stomach, like her tummy tuck scar was going to bust open when I was doing her cavitation. But she said it wasn't. She just said that was always the shape of her stomach. And then so my boss, when she left, she was like, that's because she went to Chicago person and Chicago is terrible for tummy tucks. I'm like, I don't know. I just know I would not risk it if that is at all a big enough possibility, because that to me is more disturbing. Because, you know, a little guy, you could go to the gym for a year. You could, girl, I swear, y'all don't believe me. Go to the gym for a whole month and just walk on an incline of 10 at a speed of 3.5. I swear to God, your waist going for at least 30 minutes. I do like 3 miles. So whenever I hit 3 miles, but at least 30 minutes, you gonna see your waist get smaller.
And it helps to put on like a waist shaper when you do it, and maybe like you know how we use the Albaline to help us sweat,
but
and things like that.
Yeah, but like what I'm saying, I'm not trading one insecurity for another. If I could go work it out, like, or if I got enough money to get rid of a scar and a possible keloid, but still that won't help if your body reacts a certain way. And y'all notice, y'all take a good look at these girls. They be photoshopping their IG page. And I'm not saying every girl who go through surgery is this, but you got to know the risks. You got to know the risks before you take them. And people are afraid to talk about the risks because they don't want people saying, oh, you went through all of that surgery for this. Who cares? If that's what you wanted to do, just stand on it. But it's like, for people who hasn't had surgery, they need to know it's a risk that you're going to have a hard stomach. There are a lot of girls who have surgeries who won't show it now. Their stomach is shaped weird or it's hardened, and they have these problems with their body that they didn't have before.
And, you know, also,
I know I went on a rant, y'all.
No, you good. Lala says she's starting a workout challenge Monday and have been cooking. And she's prepping today, and she says she hopes that women who choose to do surgery are safe doing it. My thing is,
I also don't. I agree, Lala, and I don't promote going outside of the country. I don't care how much better you think they do stomachs and stuff.
They don't have the.
You don't know their laws, and if something happened to you, do you have the extra money for the burden of your? Not the burden, because of course they're going to be grieving, but then they're also going to be burdened with flying your body back, which is expensive as hell. Doing extra autopsies to make sure no funny business happened to you in another country,
and people was missing organs coming back from
missing organs. This one girl came back with a STD, but that was because the doctor ended up raping her. But still.
But what kind of justice is she gonna get? That shit happened
because it's a different country. You don't know the laws, you don't know the system, you don't know how it works.
Also, when you are starting to work out, just don't overdo it. That's one thing I will say, because if you overdo it, it's gonna like turn you off, kind of. And like that's how people get in that cycle where they always every year start that workout revolution and never fucking get nowhere. I'm not saying that's you, Lala, but I'm just saying, like, in general, just make sure.
Oh, and Lala, get some creatine if you don't have any.
Yeah,
you will thank me later. I don't know what kind of body type you're trying to achieve or if the physicality is important, but I know when it comes to working out, sometimes it can get discouraging when you don't see your results right away. Creatine helps you see your results right away, and it's not a supplement. It's something that is, I mean, it is, but it's like created in your body naturally. It goes with your body's natural biology. So it's not anything foreign like a fat burner or anything. Creatine just helps put water around your muscles to help you look more lean and defined, but in a good, juicy way. I would not tell you to look like and end up looking like no boy.
And go follow Sabrina on her Instagram. She has like good workouts, and look, when you see her body, you finna be like, what the fuck?
You're all bad.
She's been accused several times of having a BBL. I'm like, y'all funny as fuck. Like, get a life. She definitely does not have one. I have had a cosmetic surgery. I got my boobs done. And when I did,
they look good, y'all.
Yes, thank God. When I did get this done, when I came back, my stomach was swollen like a fishbowl.
Oh, yes.
I was
I told you I'm not, but some people don't go away ever.
Yeah, even though it was my boobs, I called the doctor. I'm like, what is going on in my stomach? And they're like, They're like,
Sometimes that's very,
sometimes
very
that
common. It's not
happens.
unlikely.
But they told me it'll go. My ankles were swollen. My ankles still get swollen. Thank God my stomach really doesn't. But my ankles, I haven't noticed my stomach
I
get
swell
swollen.
easy because even though I haven't had cosmetic surgery, I had 2 C-sections. Any type of surgery will encourage swelling and bloating.
So yeah, my ankles still get swollen. Like if I stand on them too long, like that stuff people don't tell you. Like you got to really look into shit.
That's why, and that's why I'm like, that's personally why I haven't gotten my boobs or anything else. I used to want to get lipo, and sometimes I ain't gonna lie, when I'm working out and still looking the same or feel like I look the same, I be wanting to. Also don't be wanting to lose my butt. It's hard to maintain your butt and your waist if you're doing it 100% naturally. And having surgery does help you maintain a small waist and not have to worry about, oh, if I'm losing too much butt. But I guess having C-sections really made me take having surgery seriously, because it has to be worth it. Like my body has to be so far from my goal that like that is my basically best option. Right now it's nowhere near my best option. There's a lot of bodily changes you go through with having surgery.
And I've thought about getting a BBL personally, but for one, Exhibit A on the screen, okay, seeing people come back.
Her doctor says she wanted that. She says she wanted that. Some people really like that look.
But I've seen some people who didn't want that and got that. So look, I'm just saying personally, when I see things like this, it's scary to me, especially for people who didn't want that. And also the risk of dying. Like the shit is just not fucking worth it, especially when it comes to BBLs. Like that's a huge, like people don't be talking about this, but that's like what the deadliest surgery, one of the deadliest surgeries in women.
It's more deadlier than brain surgery. But I'm not surgery shaming. Like if you're a woman out there and you got surgery, do your thing. We're encouraging knowledge, because too many people run out there and end up botched or end up having a complication or end up having a problem, just end up regretting it overall and going through shit that they did not know existed. I believe in transparency. I believe in talking about shit. And if it makes you uncomfortable or offended, there's nothing I can tell you, because ain't nobody over here saying nothing bad.
Exactly. And like for me, I am far from my goal. I have a really small butt. I don't know how, because
girl, y'all, when I tell y'all she over exaggerating,
no,
she's definitely over exaggerating.
No, I'm not.
She's comparing, she has a small butt compared to a surgery butt. She has a very juicy butt, especially for someone without surgery. It's
juicy
just like,
for who, bitch? Look, all I'm saying is I'm far from my goal, but I am determined to try to work it out, because I have children, and I think it's selfish of me to undergo a surgery like this with just with the risk. That's my own personal opinion. But like I said, I'm not shaming nobody. I had got my boobs done. That was selfish of me to do, having kids too, but shit, my titties,
because you can't pick up your kids. That's another thing people don't really realize, especially if you have small kids. You go, not only do you have to go get the surgery and be away from them, but when you come back, you can't hold them and do a lot of mom type stuff for like 2 weeks at least, I think it is.
Yeah, that wasn't really the bigger issue with me, because luckily for me, I found a good surgeon that was right here in Chicago, but so I didn't really have to be away from them.
But coming back and not being able to pick up Roman and stuff, knowing how much he was up your butt, that's something you probably didn't really feel like, oh shit.
Yeah, and then also
and 2 weeks feel like a long time when that's happening.
And then just the possibility of
I think you gave in and picked him up too soon, which is something you really shouldn't do. You should not listen to any instructions your surgeon give you.
Definitely. I didn't go out though. I didn't go out. That's one thing I didn't do. So
we just turned to a surgery.
Yeah, this turned into a surgery podcast, y'all.
Y'all, we just concerned because it's so popular today, and so many people would just be running out and be like, "I heard Colombia does the best surgery, so I'm going to Colombia," and it's just so many things,
and it's a lot less expensive, y'all. I understand that, but if you can't afford the fucking surgery 10 times over, or at least 3 times over, you shouldn't be getting it. Like people were saying, you working at Walmart, bitch, with a BBL. The fuck is going on? Okay. And that's not no shame, because like I said, I got my boobs done, which I ain't got nothing to say about it. But I'm just saying we got to be more responsible. We got to get older and learn from people's mistakes. You don't got to always learn.
And even Shanice made the same mistake. She wasn't ashamed to admit it. She admitted it in my YouTube channel. There was a lot of things that she really should have researched and knew that she didn't know until after she got her breast. And that's something she regretted because she was worried about stuff. Like she said, calling the doctor, asking them. I'm pretty sure if, in research,
I would have known.
She would have known that stuff.
Overall, I don't regret getting my boobs done, but
I wouldn't
granted, that's me saying it after everything came out okay by the grace of God. But back to Cardi B, unless you had something else to say about surgery.
We went way off.
Way off. Back to her in
it was
this
fun,
concert.
Though. Nice little sidebar.
It was. We should have maybe a little separate
That's why I said don't be rushing through the topic. Sometimes the organic conversation just happens and it'd be nice.
Yeah, I'll be getting
Shanice is just very I don't want to call her control freak, but it's like, okay, we gotta get to this topic. And we do got kids, so we do need that. Because I be sit up here kid. Like I don't have to go get my kids soon and get them ready for bed. And one day we'll have a live-in nanny, but that's not how things are now.
I am a Virgo. And it's just like
I'm a Sag, y'all. My birthday.
My birthday's in September.
So nobody gets fucked. That's very, very
forward
far.
to it. That's next. That's coming up next. But when I see people show the videos of Beyonce talking about shit, I'm like, I would have did the same exact thing she just did. It's just the Virgo thing. Like when she was paying attention to everything they said and making faces and shit. That's me all the way. I'm like, okay, what the fuck are you saying?
Yeah,
I approve.
That's why I love Beyonce so much because I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Barbie Noir is one of the most annoying people, but she's also one of the most best people. It's like I do love her energy. I do really like Virgos.
Period.
So not as much as I like Sagittarius women, but
y'all is crazy as hell. I believe that every Sagittarius woman is probably a psycho. I would never break up with you ever because you crazy a little bit. But you crazy about your family too. And I like that.
I love y'all to death.
I love you very much. But bitch, look, we done got back off topic.
Off topic.
At this concert, okay, or not a concert, she was performing at a club. And my point was, and this part is no shade. I swear to God, this part is no shade at all. It's just interesting to me that she is up there, right, with one, quote unquote, one of the biggest female rappers, right? Okay, but you're performing at a nightclub. That's number one. Number two is, y'all just need to this is why y'all need to learn from people, whether you like them or not, and be a little bit more humble, because then this wouldn't be a big thing. Like, oh, she's performing at a nightclub. Nobody would bring that shit up if you was being humble. You was giving away free tickets to this smaller event.
But it could have been on some
no, she was giving away tickets. The radio
but I
show
think
was
she
away
posted
tickets.
It. Mm-hmm. So maybe they was trying to give some to okay.
This is no shade. I'm saying this because
they could have been trying to include fans.
What frustrates me is, why do these people keep using the same formula when they're getting the same results? If you ever want longevity, if you ever want to stop being the man behind the curtain and actually become the wizard, you have to start doing things differently and learn from people in the industry who have more experience, and stop trying to shit on everybody all the time. There's nothing wrong with upping yourself and saying you're the best, but you can also learn from people and actually have your own buzz, and people actually buy your tickets and shit, and you can actually make some money.
Yeah, I agree. So, and I do think she comes from a label that are very questionable about a lot of their practices when it comes to promoting their artists and using the logic of making them seem big so people could think they're big. Sometimes if they aren't putting, the music isn't connecting in the way that it used to or they wanted to, that their false image will grow bigger than their real image, and then it'll be shown at certain moments in their career. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that's just the case with her or is the case with her. They could have just wanted her to perform at this club for, I don't know a reason, but all I do know is that I'm not a big fan of that outfit.
Not at all.
I don't know if I don't like it on her because I saw that Doja Cat wore it before, but I'm like, yeah.
I thought the same thing. And people wasn't singing along to the songs, but, that's just another thing. So, yeah, let's just work on, actually getting some real clout and shit like that. And y'all just watch what y'all doing and what y'all asking for when y'all doing these surgeries and shit, okay? Because that shit is just crazy looking. It's just crazy looking. But yeah, is that it? Is that it?
You didn't do her Breakfast Club thing as well.
Yes. So a lot of people were wondering, is Cardi B gonna be replacing Angela Yee on the Breakfast Club? Because she went to the Breakfast Club and had a very interesting conversation with them. Well, let's see, because people were accusing her of trying to be like Nicki Minaj, which I just don't think that's the case. But let's hear for ourselves.
With number one.
This conversation was so
Hold
funny.
on.
I don't know. I just feel like I'm missing like something.
Mm-hmm.
And how much of it is done so far?
They're talking about her
I have
album.
like a couple of songs that are like definite. I don't know.
Oh, just a couple?
I don't know what's going on with me. I need to just make up my mind and just put it out.
Okay.
Why are you so indecisive? Are you two in your head about it?
I think so. Maybe so. I think I'm too much
That's
in my
why?
head about it.
Or is there Atlantic
there's some songs that's
indecisive?
like, you just need to, people am I like, you just need to release it. Just release it.
I mean, this is facts. Every record you put out with number one.
I don't
so,
think
I mean,
they're
I think it's
indecisive. I
time.
think
You know,
not enough
every
stuff
record
is
with
sticking.
number one.
Every record went number one. DJ Envy, run that
Hold on.
back.
Pause.
Run
yeah.
that shit
Let me
back.
run it, because did y'all hear how he
He
malfunctioned?
stuttered at the end, malfunction, because I know I am lying.
Right, he was malfunctioning the shit out of that.
With number one, so I mean, I think it's time. You know, every record with number one.
Yeah, but
Wait, you talked over his stutter real quick, because he stuttered real low.
No, I let him
Put out with
stutter
number one, so I
first.
mean, I think it's time. You know, every record with number one.
He said,
I don't know. I just feel like I'm
Reporting
missing,
live.
Like, something.
Okay.
It's missing something. I don't know.
It's missing.
I gotta put it out. I gotta put it out next year. Like I'm
they
like,
funny.
What he
as
said?
hell.
Fuck all that bumper shit.
Until April and do like the anniversary of Invasion of Privacy. You drop on April 6th again.
Oh, that's a very
Oh.
specific question.
Right, but
That's a very
boy,
oddly specific leading question.
Right.
Did he threaten your Roxy?
Objection.
Objection leading.
Yeah. Because it'll be the 5-year anniversary.
Well, you look amazing. So for these
Great.
visuals,
What is
Yes.
they gonna ask her about if she coming?
You still going to DR to get surgery? No.
They do the best. They do the best job.
Oh, do
They
they?
do the best job.
Oh, okay.
And what's
so listen,
it?
April 6th, it'll be 5 years since Invasion of Privacy. That'll be a good time to drop your second album.
That's
Yeah,
a very,
but-
very.
I think so.
Cardi's like, look, so
leave me alone. Leave me alone.
And so lead to what you really wanted to say.
That week, that'll be the week you come up here and co-host the Breakfast Club.
So
It sounded like she was supposed to say something back that she forgot to say, so he kept leading her.
Right,
I'm not
objection, Your
accusing,
Honor.
I'm just saying that's what it sounded like. And you played that with no pauses, hence why I kept talking.
Oh no, yeah, that's why I figured. But yeah, objection, your fucking honor. My thing too
I
is
shook him.
the fact that like, oh, so you're gonna come up here that week and guest host. The week you drop your album, you're gonna come up here and guest host. And then she also said, oh, can I interview people?
And bring all the girls that you like.
So it's just finna be
Now
a
I'm gonna say
promotion
this
week
is
for
just
them.
my opinion. And I don't care what people think about me for observing this. We research a lot for our podcast, and I've been discovering a lot of things about the music industry that's really in your face if you actually look. And it just, sometimes people make relationships and coordinate things. And the Breakfast Club is the most, unless they were replaced, y'all could correct me, but it's the most listened to in the urban radio station. And wouldn't it be good to make an alliance with somebody who has access to give you a platform on the most relevant radio station?
And who got a plaque for one of your songs when it went number one.
And they have some type of relationship because they did put her number one for the culture, which is like, okay, for what culture? The salsa culture? Because y'all ain't ever do that for any Black person of the culture. So I'm really trying to see
what culture
are you putting her for number one for? But that's neither here or there. That was a long time ago. What my point of bringing that up is that to me, just to me, that conversation sounded very
rehearsed,
planned, fake. When is the album coming out?
Oh my God, I'm gonna come out that week. Oh, y'all want me to?
It's like he kept telling her to say the album is coming out around the drop of Invasion of Privacy, and we're gonna lead up to a week. Now, do I feel like she's trying to straight up copy Queen Radio? I wouldn't really suspect it because from what it sounds like, she only trying to be on there for a week. And Queen Radio literally can happen whenever Nicki Minaj wants. I do think the concept of using a radio show would could have got inspired from that because of what help it could do to streams. But I think the problem with, and this is just my opinion, so I don't want nobody coming for me for my opinion. Actually, I don't give a shit. Come for me. But anyway,
come in the comments though.
Make sure you come in the comments.
Like and subscribe.
I feel like that if she started the way Nicki started, the audience wouldn't be the same. And it wouldn't be as beneficial. So to bypass even that risk of embarrassment to the brand, just do it on a radio show that we already have a rapport with, that got a plaque for helping you go #1 and playing you over and over again. That probably still plays hot shit, knowing everybody turns from their radio station when it comes on. And that's not shade. That's a fact. Like I'm telling y'all, that's a fact. I work in a club and a lot of different DJs come in, radio DJs. They be playing a lot of songs that nobody in the club ever vibes to. So I'm like, why y'all keep playing them?
Nobody's listening.
This is not me just inventing stuff that I heard other people say. I don't got to regurgitate a thing. I do my own research. What did Diamond say? Never search nobody research but your own. And I'm telling you, I be working in there. And they do not be dancing to certain music that DJs insist on playing. And I also be in there. And let me tell y'all what happened. They be throwing on, yep. And then only do Soulja Boy version and turn off the song. The whole club be like, what the fuck?
Are you talking about when we do
they play Ass the other day and didn't play Nicki verse?
Piggy. What the fuck is
it was
song Dunk.
Yeah, she got a dunk. And then they play Ass and did play Nicki verse. People was very confused. They played Down to the DM and did play Nicki verse. It's like,
why?
What are y'all
That shit is so stupid.
Because every single time there are a couple of DJs that do. There are a few DJs that do like her too. There's not a lot.
There's not a lot.
And this is from me working in a club, and it's not because of the reaction. People could be like, oh, they don't want to hear it. No, every single time I've worked and her verses came on, the whole club, the girls got up and danced and stuff like that, or was singing along or turning up to it. So it's not because of that.
Yeah, I went to this one spot and they was playing like a bunch of Drake, like
if somebody played Nicki
music and wasn't playing Nicki, I was like, okay,
but like if somebody played Nicki, we get the DJ's number, because it's not even just about playing Nicki. It's like the type of music they rotate when they play her too. But it's just kind of like it's so
get the club
hard to find, and I want to go out to dance. I don't want to go out to hear what y'all trying to promote and make us want to listen to. I don't want to listen to that.
Don't want to listen
if normal DJs listen to response to the club, if the club not responds to the songs, they take it out of the rotation. Yet y'all keep trying to play the same songs that get no reaction. Who is paying y'all to do this? Who is sending y'all these tracks to play? What type of rapport are you building with them by keep playing their music?
Are you, if you can't read the crowd and see that we don't want to listen to I'm not saying you got to play Nicki, but don't play bullshit that don't nobody want to get up and dance to.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was in the car with somebody. I'm not going to say who, because who gives a fuck. But what's that song called? What's that song? Tomorrow 2 came on. And, I'm jamming, listening Glorilla Part, because I like Glorilla Part. And then as soon as your friends start rapping, I turn because I don't want to fucking hear it, because I don't like it and I don't want to end up accidentally learning the words to the shit. And so it's over there in the room. But this is it. We finna get off anyway. But they's like, is it really that serious for you to turn? Yes, it is. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to know it. I don't
People
want to
be getting so mad. It's like, if I don't want to listen to something, I'm in my car, I don't want to listen to it.
Right.
It's no shade. I don't care if other people like
ears.
it. Like, I don't want to listen to it. That's just it.
This is it.
Like, why would I sit here and listen to a song I don't like? I turn from every song I don't like, not just one type of person.
Exactly.
Like,
I
what
don't
the
wanna
hell?
hear
Why I
I don't
gotta
like it.
show somebody favoritism? I don't want to seem mean. So, you know, I don't want to listen to a song. I'm not gonna. Girl, I don't know who you was sitting with that said something about
Your
that.
friend.
What? Why would he say that?
I guess he just.
But it's not like he want to listen to it. And that's the thing. It's like
he thinks I'm overly like a Nicki fan, and that's
we'll
not
talk
the
about that
case.
when we
Yeah,
get off,
yeah,
because
yeah,
I be
yeah.
hate no, or we can talk about it here. You know what I hate is when people be looking out for how you respond when it comes to certain things, because it's like, okay, pay attention to when dang, I can't think of no songs I don't like because I don't fucking listen to them. But let's
talk
say,
about
let
it,
me think of
'cause
an
what
artist.
does your Apple end of the year look like, bitch? I need to see it. No,
All
I'm
right,
just
yeah,
playing
like,
it.
no, but I want
I'm
to tell
messing
y'all
with
my
you.
Apple end of the year before we get off, because I was
They was
shocked, y'all.
lying.
But
They was
I
fucking
didn't
lying.
realize I listened, because I was like, Prince should be on there. But every time I listen to Prince, I put on the vinyl, so that makes sense that he's not on
True.
there.
Because
I
I
felt like
listened to
Sabrina Claudia
hella
should have been on
Prince.
there. I listened to her, but she wasn't on there.
You
But what
did.
was I saying was
Where's
what I
mine?
was saying. What was I saying before you brought up the Apple thing?
People, something about people looking.
Oh
out
yeah,
for...
people looking out for. So let me think of something I don't like. Who music I don't like? Okay, let's say if a Bad Baby song come on. Now, if I don't like it, I'm turning it. Oh, you're not paying attention to that because you don't care. People be caring so much when you turn from certain artists. It's like, I just don't like the music. Like that's just it. That's all. Like, it don't matter if it just, you know, equates to something else. It's not good. What do you want me to sit here and listen to somebody I don't like listen to?
My number one artist for the replay was Drake. Then number 2 was Nicki Minaj. Then number 3 was Beyonce. Number 4 was Doja Cat. Number 5 was Lil Wayne. The number one, oh no, that wasn't, bitch, was that artist or album? Yeah, that say artist. So what the fuck does this say?
My number, here's my top 5.
Oh.
Nicki, Drake, Lil Baby. I was shocked that he was number 3, but I just listened to his new album and it's long as hell. So I think that's honestly how he made number 3. I'm not shading. I really like Lil Baby, obviously, but I didn't know he was gonna be in my top 5, maybe my top 10, but I didn't know he was gonna be in my top 5. Beyonce and Bia. So I thought, and that's where I was like, I thought definitely Doja Cat would be where Lil Baby was, but she was number 6. So number 6, Doja Cat. Number 7, Lil Wayne. Number 8, Young Dolph. Number 9, Kendrick. And number 10, The Weeknd.
And then my albums was Renaissance at number 1, Queen at number 2. Then for some reason they put Super Freaky Girls album. That was number 3. Honestly, Nevermind was number 4. And then Un Verano Sin Ti, that's Bad Bunny. That was number 5. That's because my son.
I'm surprised Planet Her not in there. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. This Apple Rap be
Her
playing because I'm like, I listen to Planet Her all the time. So that's why I thought Doja would be higher.
I've been listening to Planet Her since
but
it came out.
Honestly, after looking at my Apple Rap, I realized I listen to a lot of artists. I am very big when it comes to experimental music. Like even my number 1 person I listen to, Nicki Minaj. When I went on Twitter and see other people number 1 person they listen to was Nicki Minaj, they had like 15,000 minutes, and she only has 3,000 minutes with me, but she's still the artist I listen to the most because I'm like really into music, and sometimes I get into my modes where I just want to hear a 90s boy band or 90s R&B and like classic rap and new rap, or who's this artist. I give a lot of artists a chance. I like to try to know what I'm talking about when I have musical conversation. So I think that's why people I know I repeatedly listen to isn't up there, because I got like so many artists that I listen to.
Planet Her should have been up there, period. Ain't no way I listened to anything more than that album and Renaissance and Queen. Them was the 3 albums that I kept.
Renaissance, Renaissance was my number 1 album. Number 2, I think it was Super Freaky Girl. Y'all, I think I deleted it. Let me look. They kept counting Super Freaky Girl as an album, which was very weird to me. Very weird. But
I mean, Renaissance was that album. I don't know what the fuck people talking about. And honestly, Nevermind. I don't know what anybody was
Renaissance
talking about.
Was that album. Honestly, Nevermind was in my top, but I didn't know why, because I do like that song, but besides a couple, so I don't re-listen to the album as a whole. I'm like, I would definitely listen to more songs from Planet Her.
I was just gonna say that.
Then honestly,
I was just gonna say that. If anything,
I don't
they
dislike
should
the
have swapped
album, like I
places.
said.
Because
Like,
I listen to Planet Her way more than I listen to Honestly Nevermind. But yeah, it's calling my name.
how come on, baby?
And stop playing games. All right, you got it.
Yeah. But y'all, that is it for us. We've been on here for a minute. And like I said, if y'all didn't watch the first live, make sure y'all watch that first live. We got to get back to them kids. We got to go get our kids and live out the rest of our weekend. We hope y'all have a beautiful, safe, prosperous, productive weekend.
Yes, in Jesus' name. And make sure you love yourself, please, at the end of the day. Love yourself.
Amy and TJ Holmes joked on air about having a great week after their alleged affair was exposed on Wednesday.
Oh, damn. I can't fuck with them. They said, oh, we didn't get fired. We're untouchable.
And they're like, you care, bitch, we don't.
Wait, play
Okay,
the joke.
that's
Play
that
it at the speaker real
energy.
quick. Since you brought it up, hit play. Hit play. You brought it up.
I don't know.
No, slide it back up. Now go back up.
Why? Who sent something to?
Right there.
It's not play. That's why I told you.
Audio.
Like, no.
Look, they lied to us. They got us all excited for no reason.
They never said that.
Okay, y'all. So yeah, just make sure you love yourself, okay? And love your body, love your mental, give yourself a lot of care, love, and attention. And we will see y'all on Monday. I holla. You gonna holla?
I holla.
Bitch. Bye.
Sorry.